Hello friends, so I know this Throw It Together Thursday is a little bit late, but I wanted to share it with you because we don't like leaving you hanging. So, remember when we did this? We are going to put this together on a shaker card. Yay! Remember we also made our own shakers. Remember that? We did all these shakers, right? Yeah. So we're going to have some fun. So, we had, when we did our watercolor flowers, we did it on this piece of paper, but I want to do some 2 shaker cards because we had cut these shakers out of with our thin cuts. Remember we showed you how to use retired shaker thin cuts? So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. All right, so we're going to do 2 different variations on this. Because we are almost in the Christmas season and now that this is coming out and we celebrate Christmas, I wanted to do more of Christmas colors, I guess. I want to do more reds. So that's what I'm going to focus on for the first one. And then for the second one, we're going to do blues and purples because why not make it a little bit springy as well, just to show you that. So we are going to, remember, saturate our colors here. And then we are going to put some dots on our paper. And then we take our sponge and we tap. And do that with whatever colors you end up liking. Honestly, this one's also giving me a little bit of Valentine's Day vibes, which I'm not upset about. So then remember we go back in and we highlight a little bit. So we can take our brush, make sure we get some paint. It is a little saturated. There we go. I'm going to let this one dry a little bit more, and then we're going to come back and put in the greenery for that one. All right, and then for this one, like I said, I want to do like purples and blues. So I'm going to start with this periwinkle color. And I'm using the opposite side of my sponge. And then I'm going to come in and highlight with some darker purple. Now we're going to let that dry as well. And we'll go back to this one and add some greenery. Ooh, we're still a little saturated. Hold on. I'm going to let this dry a little bit more. All right, so I took my time playing with them. They didn't work out as nicely as I had hoped like they did the first time, but what I did was I kind of let them dry and then I went back and I fixed them and I really like the end result. So we're gonna do 2 different shakers here. One was with the one that we did with the Stampin' Up! Dots and the other was with the Close to My Heart foam tape that we did. And do I want to throw in some shakers? I think I want to throw in a little bit. All right, so I kind of changed my mind when looking at my shaker stuff, but I really like these gems for this flower. And like I said, I'm not going to put too many on because I don't want to take away from the flower itself. So we have that, right? And then we have our shaker. And we're going to put that down. So we have a little bit of a cute little shaker, gem shaker there, right, with our flowers. And then this one I thought was Christmassy, which it totally can be. I kind of did that color scheme, or it could go with Valentine's Day. So we're going to go with the Valentine's Day theme. Give me a few seconds while I peel all these little things off, and then we'll do that shaker. All right, so now that we pulled all those off, I'm going to take some of the little hearts, put them on top here, Remember, once again, not too many. Got some hearts. And then we're gonna stick that down. And then we've got our hearts on top of our bouquet. Isn't that super cute? So remember what we talked about last time, how the shaker thin cuts actually have this circle, right? So look how wonderful that works, because it actually comes with this when you cut this part out and make your own. This one might be a little bit off, but we could always embellish a little bit too. So let's glue these down. To glue these down, you do have to use micro glue dots or mini glue dots, because glue dots is what sticks to the acetate. So you want to use a glue that's going to stay sticky. You could actually probably use the tear and tape too. I just got some glue dots here, so that's what I'm going to use. So something I might suggest when you're doing this as well is actually gluing this part on maybe before you do your shaker, so you can kind of make sure that none of these show when you are doing it. So that just could be a pro tip, that if you wanted to do that prior to. But with this one, it actually seems to have worked out, so no issue there. But like I said, on the other one, if you wanted to glue this part down on your acetate first, that would probably help you avoid having that foam tape stick out the sides. And then if you have anything that's kind of overhanging the edge, that is what our handy dandy scissors are for. So I can just come in here and trim off any of this excess white. Doesn't that work? Easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And there you have it. So we showed you that you could make titles on the Cricut. Also, this time around we did the Happy Fall, y'all, but obviously we didn't do that with this, so we just wanted to show you these two together. But we also showed you our baseline thin cuts too, so you could totally put something like this on a page with the baseline thin cuts. Maybe it says flowers, maybe it says Valentine, maybe, you know, birthday. This is a really cute thing for a birthday or something. But that is our Throw It Together Thursday for these things. Sorry it is a little late, but we hope that you enjoy it. All right, we'll see you next time.